This is the Bare Contour Next Glucometer. As far as supplies, you're going to need the Lancet device. This is what you use to poke your finger. You'll need a bottle of test strips, and your test strips will be specific for the Bare Contour meter, and then of course your Lancets or your needles to poke your finger. You'll always want to wash your hands before you do your test. If you use an alcohol prep pad, you want to make sure that's dried completely before you do your test. So I've seen two different types of Lancet devices go with this glucometer. I'm going to show you the one I'm seeing most currently, and then I'll show you this other one just in case. So this is actually a really nice newer device. So you always want to set your Lancet device up first, because once you put your test strip into your glucometer, you have to get the blood on that strip right away, so there's not a lot of time. So if you look, there's maybe a light gray or off-white band around the device here. There's a little area, if you look close, where there's a depressed section for your fingers. There's two notches on here. This is the lock notch, and then when you turn it to this little notch here, that's the unlock. So you have to unlock it. So you hold on to this depressed area and turn it to unlock the cap to the Lancet device, and then you pull it straight off. And you want to take a new Lancet, and what you do is you just take your Lancet and you're going to push it right. And you want to make sure it's nice and straight in there, and it's not off center, so it's nice and straight. In terms of setting this device, all of these things have a spring in them, and I actually set the device when I push the Lancet in. If I were to release it, this triangular button is what I use to release it. So if I needed to reset it, the way to reset it is this button on the bottom. You just pull this back and you'll hear it cock, and then this little button will come out and it's ready to go. And you want to take your cap off of the Lancet, and then you're going to bring your cover back over, and you're going to line that little notch up in the unlocked position. Hold your fingers right here, and then you're going to twist it back until it locks into place. Now, if you move your fingers up to the black part only, you'll notice there's numbers, and these numbers line up with that black marking on the tan part that comes around it. And it goes 1 through 5. So this sets the depth that the Lancet will poke your finger, so how deep the stick will go. Most adults can start around a 3 with this, unless you have very calloused fingers. So you get this set first, make sure it's cocked, and then you're going to set that down, and then you want to get your test strip out. You want to make sure you close your bottle up and you don't leave it in hot or moist environment or too cold. And then the way that this particular test strip works, the white is the back, the silver squared off part is what goes into the meter. The rounded part should be facing out to you. So you just push it right in there. If you needed to set your time and date when you first put the test strip in, if it's in the first time you've used the glucometer, you'd use your up and down arrows to rotate through the time and date. So this little signal here is telling me it's ready for my blood. So now I would take my Lancet device, and I'm going to push my finger, and you want to go in the meaty part of your finger but off to the side a little bit, not dead center. I'm going to push my finger right up, and then I'm going to push that button there, and I'm going to release it, and that would poke my finger. I'm not really going to poke my finger. I'm going to pretend with control solution. So if I had a specimen here, and to get the blood, you kind of want to work the blood from the joint down, and then you'll get and give it a squeeze as you're working that blood out. And then you want to take your meter, and you're going to bring your meter over to the blood, and where it goes is in the very end. So you're just going to dip it in there, and you want to hold it in there, and you're not going to push too hard. You're just going to set it in the blood, and you'll see the glucometer start counting down, and then it will give you the result. Okay. Once you're done, you want to take your test strip and your Lancet out. And what you're going to do with that in the home environment is you want to put these Lancets in a sharps container of some sort. So I'm going to show you how to get the Lancet out. So you're going to bring your fingers back to that depressed area on that tan or grayish band, and you're going to unlock it like you did to get the Lancet in. Pull the whole thing off, And this long gray button is your eject button on this device. So you want to always point it down, and then you're going to push this long gray button forward, and it actually throws the needle right out for you, so you can put it in your sharps container, or you can eject it right into the sharps container. And then you're going to take and slide that little notch into the unlock position, and then you're going to lock it back up. A bleach bottle or a laundry detergent container acts as a great sharps container in the home environment, and then those containers can go to a hospital or a place that accepts needles. That's it. Thank you.